The Valdran armada hung in the darkness like a swarm of metallic locusts, their obsidian hulls reflecting the distant starlight. 300 warships strong, they had conquered 17 systems in as many months. No species had stood against them. No fleet had survived their onslaught. Commander Cora Martinez stood on the bridge of the UHNS Indomitable, her dark eyes fixed on the tactical display. The holographic projection showed the Valdran formation in sickening detail. Layer upon layer of dreadnoughts, carriers, and frigates arranged in their signature death spiral pattern. Beyond them, the colony world of New Helvetia burned, its orbital stations reduced to debris fields. "Ma'am, we're receiving distress calls from the surface," reported Lieutenant Adam Chen from the communications station. His voice remained steady despite the tremor in his hands. "Civilian casualties are in the hundreds of thousands. The Valdran are deploying atmospheric incendiaries." Cora's jaw tightened. The Valdran didn't take prisoners. They didn't negotiate. They simply erased every trace of resistance from existence. 48 hours ago, New Helvetia had been home to 12 million souls. Now it was becoming a graveyard. "How long until we're in range?" she asked. 17 minutes at current velocity, Adam replied, then hesitated. "Commander, the fleet coordinators are requesting we wait for the rest of the battle group. They're 6 hours out. Going in alone against 300 enemy ships is suicide." Cora finished, a cold smile touching her lips. "That's what they said about humanity when we first reached the stars. That we were too fragile, too primitive, too emotionally unstable to survive out here." She turned to face her bridge crew, 23 men and women who had volunteered to crew humanity's first true warship. Not an exploration vessel retrofitted with weapons, not a patrol craft pretending to be a battleship. The Indomitable was purpose-built for one thing: war. "The Valdran have never faced humans in battle," Cora continued, her voice carrying across the bridge. "They've crushed the Keleth, who relied on numerical superiority. They've annihilated the Prex, who depended on shield technology. They've obliterated the Sorath, who thought maneuverability was enough." She paused, letting her words sink in. "But they've never encountered a species that weaponized its own insanity." Adam's fingers flew across his console. "Ma'am, Valdran sensors have detected us. They're not even adjusting formation. They think we're a scout ship." "Perfect," Cora said. "Charge the main batteries. Spin up the kinetic accelerators. And somebody put some music on. I'm thinking classical, something with dramatic flair." As Beethoven's Fifth Symphony began to thunder through the bridge speakers, the Indomitable crossed into weapons range. The Valdran fleet finally responded, their outer perimeter ships rotating to face this single audacious human vessel. "Enemy dreadnoughts are charging weapons," Adam announced. "We're being targeted by over 600 weapon systems. Fire," Cora said simply. What happened next would be studied in military academies for generations. The Indomitable's main batteries erupted, not with energy beams or plasma bolts, but with tungsten rods accelerated to 0.3% the speed of light. Humans had learned something crucial in their violent history. Sometimes the simplest weapons were the most effective. While other species had developed elaborate energy shields and adaptive armor, humanity had perfected the art of throwing rocks really fast. The first salvo punched through 12 Valdran warships before they could even return fire. The kinetic penetrators didn't just pierce hulls, they flash vaporized everything in their path, creating explosive decompression waves that tore ships apart from the inside. "Deploying drones," Cora ordered. The Indomitable's launch bays opened, releasing not fighters or bombers but thousands of autonomous kamikaze drones, each one a miniature missile with basic AI and a single directive: destroy. While other species considered AI warfare dishonorable, humans had a saying: all's fair in love and war. They had chosen war. The drones swarmed through the Valdran formation like piranhas, their small size making them nearly impossible to target. They attached themselves to hulls, crawled into exhaust ports, and detonated with shaped charges designed to maximize internal damage. "Valdran fleet is breaking formation," Adam reported, his voice rising with excitement. "They're trying to retreat." "Secondary batteries continuous fire," Cora commanded. "Don't let a single one escape." The Indomitable's railguns spoke next, hundreds of them mounted along the ship's spine and flanks. They fired in sequence, creating a rhythm that matched the symphony still playing over the speakers. Each shot was calculated by quantum computers that could predict enemy movements 17 seconds in advance. Each shot found its mark. The Valdren had never encountered an enemy that used such primitive, brutal, effective weaponry. Their shields designed to deflect energy weapons were useless against solid projectiles. Their armor, engineered to absorb plasma heat, crumpled like paper under kinetic impact. Their tactical algorithms, refined through countless battles, had no protocols for an enemy that fought with such reckless aggression. "Ma'am, the Valdren command carrier is attempting to surrender," Adam said, disbelief coloring his words. Cora's expression hardened. She thought of the burning cities below, of the millions who had died screaming. She thought of the 17 systems the Valdren had sterilized. "No quarter," she said quietly. "End them." 53 seconds after the engagement began, the last Valdren ship exploded in a bloom of blue fire. 300 warships reduced to expanding debris fields. The Indomitable hung in the void, its hull barely scratched, its ammunition reserve still at 70%. "Get me a channel to New Helvetia," Cora ordered. "Let them know the cavalry has arrived." Adam worked his console, then looked up with tears streaming down his face. "Ma'am, they're cheering. The entire planet is cheering." Cora allowed herself a small smile. Humanity had been underestimated since the day they reached for the stars. The galaxy had called them weak, impulsive, dangerous to themselves and others. Perhaps they were right. But when pushed to the edge, when their backs were against the wall and their people were dying, humans revealed their true nature. They didn't surrender. They didn't retreat. They didn't calculate odds or weigh consequences. They attacked. "Set course for the next Valdren stronghold," Cora commanded. "And someone inform Fleet Command that they can send the battle group to clean up. We've got more work to do." The Indomitable's engines flared to life, and humanity's first warship disappeared into the darkness, hunting for its next prey. Behind it, 300 enemy wrecks drifted in eternal silence, a testament to a simple truth the galaxy was only beginning to learn. Humanity didn't fight wars.
Humanity was war. The end.